Hello, everyone. Good evening.
माइक बॉक्स ना पता नहीं बाकी बंदों ने भी क्या नहीं शक्ल नहीं आ रही
मैं भी कैमरा बंद करता हूँ उधर
पहले का नहीं बोली करती वो वो जी
वाइट स्टोन मैंने किया है इसको यूनिफॉर्म से लॉगिन को
So, thank you all for joining in this today's seminar. We have Rishabh Puri. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our virtual seminar on maximizing hotel revenue and digital age. I am Asif, your host for today's event, and I'm thrilled to have you all join us from different corners of the world. Thank you all for your attention and enthusiasm. Before we dive into our first question, I have a distinct pleasure of introducing our distinguished guest speaker for today's seminar. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me extending a warm virtual welcome to Mr. Rishi Choria Puri, a true luminary in the hospitality world. Mr. Puri is not only an influential figure, but also a mentor, motivator, and a powerhouse of knowledge when it comes to the hotel industry. With a great career from several renowned hotels and his current role as a senior vice president of operations at Mayfair Hotels and Resort, he brings unparalleled wisdom to the table. I invite Mr. Rishi Surya Puri to take the virtual stage and share his invaluable insight. So, Mr. Puri, the virtual floor is all yours.
Yeah, so see, this goes on to Namaskar, everyone. This is Rishi Puri, and proud to be a pleasure of this little virtual series today. And the small little glitch was due to the mic being turned off. So it still goes to prove that we still have a long way to go as far as technology is concerned. And I guess we are just at the starting stage of technology, and there is a long road ahead, right, Asaf?
Yes,
There's
sir.
a long
Right,
road
sir.
ahead for all of us.
Right, sir.
So thank you so much for introducing me to your nice gathering of 50-odd people, a half century complete. So please go ahead and
So very soon we will completing full century also.
look forward to it. I'm sure I'll be learning also a lot of things. If I'm able to share something, I'll be more than happy, but I'll also be learning from your August gathering of audience who are here and from you as well.
Sure.
Go ahead, Asaf, please.
Okay, thank you sir for sharing your few words like technology and बहुत आगे बढ़ना and all. Yeah, we will increase in hotel industry. I think hotel industry is the industry which is very soon going to adapt the technology very well, because everything is now technology, like coming from starting from OTAs, online travel agents to PMS, and everything is connected to the technology. So, sir, can you share some of the current challenges that hotels face in terms of generating revenues, both offline and online, as we talk about the technology world?
Okay. Asaf, I honestly feel that as hoteliers, all of us present today in this meet, as hoteliers, we were probably the last ones, or maybe one of the last few people who adopted technology. Obviously, I started at a time about 30 years back when there were Whitney slips and Whitney racks. I don't know if many of the younger generation would know about it now. From then, the entry of technology to our trade has been very gradual and very slow. Aviation industry, in fact, adopted the use of technology much before us. They were into dynamic pricing and selling through online channels and all of those things.
Right.
We only started, I remember, till about 10 years back in my previous assignment. We had not really heard what a channel manager was or what a reputation management software was.
Right.
And the bookings through OTAs, I think about 10, 12 years back, used to be hardly about a 2% odd. And none of the hoteliers had thought that we would be hit with a complete thud. And the bookings from that 2% little that we had would grow to a multiple of 22 and 32 and 42 percentages, depending on the location you are in and depending on the type of business that you are doing. So I think we need to embrace the technology, the cutting edge technology very, very soon. Now, your second part of the question was that how do I think that it will help us boost our sales both online and offline? So online for sure, that I think with the advancement of technology today, like I said, that we are seeing business, and I work for the upper upscale and the luxury hotels, where we do ADRs in most of my hotels in upwards of about 10,000-12,000 rupees per night. But having said that, we are also open to this game, and so are the other luxury players who are using the booking, the power of booking engine, the power of OTAs, and the power of our own websites to be able to generate revenues. This does mean that there's a fair amount of share that goes towards the OTA payment or towards the payment gateway payment gateways and all. But I, as a hotelier, have firmly believed that I would like to see what is my part of the pie rather than see what is it that they are getting in the game. So online, I think we have seen a major uprise in our bookings, and in fact, with our social media presence being bolstered for furthering the same, we have been able to get a lot of business that comes to us through our online channels. Offline also, in fact, it's both a mix of hybrid of online and offline. We moved on to our channel manager and such stuff. Until about 2 years back, our team of salespeople sitting back in Delhi or Calcutta would not really have access to our real-time rates and real-time inventories that are available.
That's
He would not have the LRA or the last room availability known to him. He would get it once in the morning, and after that, he's blank for the rest of the day. The hotel has picked up walk-ins. And if this guy commits to a particular client, then he could be in the soup for committing a room which is non-existing. So we use that to enforce our sales team by giving them a channel manager integration onto their smartphones. And now, even if he's sitting right in front of a client, he just has to look through, glance through his phone. Okay, I have 2 rooms available. Yes, sir, I can do it now. And there, the email is sent across to the guest, and that creates the wow factor for the guest. Before he even leaves the guest office, the confirmation has gone to the client. So I think that is where it helps us.
In short, we can say that the hotel is now in our fingertip or at our phone. Like whenever we wake up at morning, we used to check our Instagram, WhatsApp, and so now we can check our hotel also. Fully, and we will open the phone and we can check what all the inventories and rates and other things.
Absolutely. Not only that, what is it that we did last night? What is it that we are expected to do? How has my hotel fared, not only in terms of sales and revenue, but also in terms of online reputation and a whole lot of other stuff.
So that's a very good answer. Actually, I also learned because I was also confused a bit with online and offline. So I think both online and offline are important, but in today's generation, we can focus more on online, right? I think you were about to say, send the message, right? Online presence is more important than offline presence, I think.
No. Now you're putting words to my mouth. I would say both of them are important. I know you belong to Booking JD, which is a tech giant, and I really respect Booking JD for that. But I think for us, Hotelier, jokes apart, that was on the lighter note, Asif. But I think presence on both online and offline is equally important. Why you really said it right? Why online tends to weigh a little more heavier is probably because of the fact that a lot of your offline sales can be generated through the online. The client will come, check you out on your social media handles, check you out on a whole lot of places, and still call up the hotel and say, listen, I want a booking. My rates are this that I'm getting. Would you book me for the same rate? So yes, it's a hybrid mix of both. Yeah, you're rightly said.
So that's a great, So that's the second, second question, like we are talking about the revenues or the revenue streams. So according to you, what are the key strategies and tactics that hotel can implement to increase their revenue streams? Because at the end, every hotelier or every hotel owner wants the revenue. So what are the tactics or strategies, according to you, they can implement to increase their revenue streams for a boutique hotel at least?
See, I believe in a very simple philosophy of keeping things as simple as possible till the end. Increasing your revenues, way back when we were in hotel school and we passed out, the first thing we were taught is the room is the most perishable commodity. Your F&B can stay for tomorrow and day after, maybe I should put it in the cold room, maybe a couple of days. But your room, if it is lost on the 10th of October 2023, never comes back to you.
Never comes back, right.
So that's the most perishable commodity. So by better monitoring your inventory and good distribution of your inventory across all the channels available and ensuring that your LRA availability is also up there on the web, you will be able to manage your revenues better. And at the same time, if you are going through a peak season, let's say we have hotels and leisure destinations like Darjeeling and other such locations, Jagannath Puri, Gopalpur, Kalimpong. So all of these places, here is when we know that, okay, I'm doing a 90% or 80%, I would not keep it a one-night package maybe. I would probably bundle it up and maybe keep it as a 3-night package or maybe a 2-night package and make sure that my rooms get sold to people who are looking for a 2-nighter or a 3-night destination. Then also ensuring that all my rooms get filled up to capacity. What I mean filled up to capacity is obviously sold out is one part, filled up to capacity is another. We have a lot of rooms because we come into the luxury space. So we have a lot of rooms where we have little attached rooms for the kids and those sort of things. So by maximizing our intake into the rooms, we get a higher revenue or higher yield, if I may say, per room. So those are areas that we take care of as far as your online pricing is concerned. then obviously there's the other part of it. I know you are talking more from a rooms perspective, but from the F&B perspective also, you can really showcase your offerings, your booking, your offerings of F&B, and you can showcase those to a guest to ensure that guests get the maximum for their money, and also at the same time you are also making that little extra buck. So I think there are a lot of things, but the best, like I said, is to keep it very, very simple, to keep things at the simplest level. Make sure that you treat your guest well, make sure that you speak to him, you interact with him. So that hasn't changed. Technology may have changed, but the basis of hoteling really doesn't change much.
So, sir, like you want to say that every hotel should have a breakfast plan or something in terms of like puddings or all, so they can earn the revenue stream, they can increase the revenue stream by adding this small breakfast thing or something, right?
Okay. To me, I personally feel that places which are in off-beat location can have a CP or a MAP or a modified American or an American plan, all meals included. We just opened a beautiful resort in Jangpana. Jangpana is a tea estate between Siliguri and Darjeeling. It's about 40 kilometers away from Siliguri and just about 40 kilometers or 30 kilometers before Darjeeling. So this place, we decided to call it a all-inclusive resort. I think this is something that is coming into the country now. It has been there in Europe and Western nations. It's an all-inclusive resort. You don't really have to dig into your wallet every time that you want to go for a meal or anything. So, and it has only 12 rooms and all suites. And you'd be surprised, Asif, we do ADRs. My benchmark rate is about 50,000. And we do an ADR of about 40 around that mark. So we don't really ask the guest for anything after that. He has already paid for all his meals, for a little massage, unless and until he wants a specialized treatment, that's charged. But a regular run-of-the-mill spa treatment, he doesn't have to pay for anything at all once he gets into my resort. So it's a no digging into your pocket sort of a thing. So CP, MAP are locational specific. You could even have an EP for all you know. There are guests who leave at 4 in the morning, and many times I've taken flights at 6 in the morning, and for that you have to leave at 4 from your resort. So you really don't, or from your hotel rather, you really don't have the time to have breakfast and then go out. So these are locational specific and would not carry a thumb rule, which will be one shoe fits all sort of a situation, would not be there.
Okay, so sir, basically you are also talking about the feedback of the customers, like they will again come to your hotel. So by this, how can the hotel effectively use customer reviews and feedback to improve their online reputation and attract more guests? Like they will use their Google reviews or TripAdvisor reviews or other OTAs reviews. So how they will attract the online reputation and attract more guests to their hotels by using the customer reviews and feedbacks?
I think in today's day and age, the review mechanism has become very, very robust. And anybody who is booking a stay, forget booking a stay, because booking a stay involves maybe 30, 40, 50 grand or maybe even more. If you are booking a place like my Jangpana hotel, I told you, it may for 3 nights, it's $1.5 lakh. But a lot of people today, even before they go to a restaurant, the last time I went for dinner with my daughter and my daughter looked up the page and she said, Papa, the food reviews are not really too good. Let's not go here. Let's go somewhere else. I said, Beta, I wanted to study her mind because she is a grad herself and the younger generation, the new generation. So I said, how would it matter? I'm sure the place is right. No, Papa, see, these customers are saying this. The worst is that nobody has had that, the team does not have the time to even revert to the review.
That's the main thing.
Absolutely. So that is the bullseye to me. Getting a complaint off and on, maybe regularly, is not so much of a challenge. Not reverting to them, to me, is not a crime. That is a blunder. It's a blunder. If you're not reverting to them.
Because you're accepting that this is my mistake. The next customer who will come to your review page, they will say that the customer had complained and the hotelier had not responded. That means it's the true fact of the hotel. And they will also think that, like whenever I also buy or we also purchase anything from Flipkart, Amazon, the first thing we check is the review.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I think what matters here is that reverting to reviews, that's one. And please, my friends, hoteliers who are on this forum, do not get prototyped about it. एक ही cut copy paste किया, dear sir, it was pleasure having you. Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Right. Like ChatGPT, copy paste karo. Bas
Absolutely.
Right.
So I think hospitality, as much of it comes from here, also comes from here. The hospitality is by heart, from the heart. Right. So I think to all the budding hoteliers, you will be the torch bearers of tomorrow. So do not do a cut copy paste that if it is a negative review, this is my answer. If it is a positive review, this is my answer. And let it go. So don't do that, please. Don't do that, ladies. I don't know if there are any, but gentlemen, do not do that at all. Address the guest issues. Address them on the right forum. At times, I know as a matter of fact, with my experience, that there are a lot of guests who tend to take the hoteliers on a ride. They tend, for that little 2 hours of extra checkout, they will probably threaten you that if you don't give me a late checkout, I'll write a bad review. Today morning, I was discussing with a general manager of mine, and he was telling me, sir, this happened. I said, don't get cowed down with these sort of guests.
Right.
There is a very thin line between being firm and between being rude. Do not be rude, but be firm. Tell him, sir, these are house rules. If you can give him that 1 hour extra late checkout, please do. No issues. But if you can't, you have all the rights as a hotelier to tell him, I'm sorry, sir, I'm choco-blocked. I would love to host you for a cup of coffee. Please walk into my restaurant. The coffee and the cake is on me. So I would take the reviews in that way.
Right, sir. So, sir, as we all know, the different OTAs, online travel agents, they used to charge few amount of commissions like 16, 18, 22%. So, I just want to ask you one thing, that with the rise of online travel agents like OTA, which we talk, and third-party booking platforms, so how can hotel maintain control over pricing and maximize the direct bookings, which comes from directly from their website or from their booking engine? Or maybe from their WhatsApp or from their CRS team. So with the rise of online travel agents, like everywhere we used to see the advertisements of I don't want to name those platforms, but we see on the third-party booking platform. So how can a hotel maintain control over pricing and maximize the direct bookings to their hotels?
Okay, so your question is more to do with revenue management, which means maintaining a price parity. Is that what you mean, Asif?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so to be able to address this, we need to take a step back. Step back in the sense that I attend a lot of marts, and I am speaking at a lot of panels where hoteliers tend to speak about the fact, listen, this ABC agent and XYZ agent is charging me 18%, 20%, going up to 25% also. To me, in the last panel discussion I had at Delhi, I had a very straight answer. I said, listen, the call is yours. You take it or you leave it. It's not that they are forcing this guest or this particular booking down your throat. You have opened up your inventory to all the outside world, and that's how they are taking it.
Right.
So if you are open to be selling on OTAs, obviously there's a cost of customer acquisition that every channel manager has. There's a cost of customer acquisition. We see so many of these ads. Honestly, at times get frustrated seeing the ads of OTAs. Again, like you said, I will not name them because I don't want to get bashed up outside by the OTA guys. But having said that, I think there's a cost of customer acquisition, and we need to understand that is the cost of doing business.
Right.
Okay? So like initially in my opening remark, I said we should be looking at what is it in the pie for them. We should be looking at it that the remainder of the pie after that 15%, the 85% of the pie is for me to eat and enjoy. So I would not really look at it that what's in their plate. I would look at it that, okay, this is my room rate. This is what I did last year. I would use my basics of revenue management and say, this is how I can enhance it to the next level. That is what I would do. And I would ensure that I have a rate parity across all my OTA partners. And at the same time, having said that, there's nothing stops me from giving that little extra cushion to the guest on my website. I would want business to land on hit my website, my channel manager, come to me directly. He's my guest. Not that I'm competing against the OTAs, because their funnel size is very big.
Very big, yeah.
International OTA, they have a huge funnel size, and there's no way we can pick up an issue with them. And they are business partners. Why should we even fight?
Right.
But at least I have that little cushion that, okay, this is landing to my website. Even if I have rate parity, here I would allow this little 2 cents extra, or I would give them a little teaser massage, or I would offer them a little goodie bag. I'll give them something which attracts them to my website. I think that is fairness of doing business, and business done in fairness will always be long lasting.
So, sir, we should focus more on direct booking, which will be coming from our direct website. So we should keep a bit less price from the OTS to our booking engine, or from to the website you were saying, right?
See, pricing wise, you can be at parity also. For all I could say, you could be at parity also with the OTS, because they are your major partners. You don't want to rub them the wrong way. But on your website, you could have certain inclusions, those little 2-hour cushion of extra checkout, or maybe early check-in, or maybe an airport pickup, or if you are in Shirdi, say, okay, I'll get you a darshan entry pauti of the Shirdi temple. So those sort of little value add-ons is something that you can give on your website. Because for a guest, when he is making that booking, his confidence is that, okay, if I'm making it on the hotel website, this is the best deal that I'll get. So do not disappoint him there. Money for somebody who's paying in my price bracket at 10, 12, 15,000 rupees, 1,000 rupees or 800 rupees does not really attract him. What would attract him are those little added benefits that you would give him. And obviously, all guests are same, all are VIPs, but recognize the guest in one way or the other when he comes to, oh, I'm so glad you booked through our website. Even saying that one little line would make a difference. Yeah, I'm the privileged one. So I think those sort of little gimmicks and tricks go a long way.
Right, sir, right. So that was a lovely conversation, sir. So finally, we will conclude with a practical note. I personally want to learn that from you also, sir. Like, what are that best practices which hotel owners or managers, general managers or hotel owners who are currently on this Google Meet can start implementing from today to see immediate improvement in their revenue, online visibility, or in short period of time? What are the best practices that they can practice at that hotel, or they can implement at their hotel?
If I give you all my secrets, what am I remaining with?
Right, sir. But I can take a bit from you, like few percentage, 1 to 2%.
I think this industry has given all of us so much that it is time for all of us here who are in their late 40s or early 50s to give back to the industry.
Right.
So that is something that I've always believed in. So best practices would, to me, like if you are a hotel sitting at an 80% occupancy, please make sure that you have the even mix of your OTA, your CRS, your website booking, and your sales team. Because if you take too much of OTA, it discourages your sales team to go outside and fetch business. They'll say, why should I go outside?
Why should I?
Why would I even try for it?
Right.
So I think keeping that little balance in mind, if you are a city hotel doing 80% occupancy, ensuring that, okay, I'll have this much of booking for my website, I would leave the rest for my sales or my OTAs. So keeping that little equation in mind, I think, is very critical. Then, like what I said, that hospitality to me is something that comes from here and a mix of here. So it has to be a mix of your mind and also coming from the heart. Indians are known to give hospitality from the heart. So keeping that tradition alive, I think, is something that we need to dwell in. Having said that, last but definitely not the least, keeping your teams in focus and happy. And being honest and being transparent to them. I think that is what would make a world of difference. If you are a satisfied team, would definitely have a satisfied customer or a satisfied guest data. But an unsatisfied or a disoriented team may not be able to prove the desired results. So go out, speak to them, understand their concerns. It is not always about money. We feel that my staff will always come to us for an increment. It's not always about money. It is more about recognition. It is more about being applauded for the right job. It is more for learning the things that can take him into the next level. I think a team that way, definitely a motivated team would be able to assist you in this. Then obviously basics of housekeeping from when we started from Whitney slips and Whitney racks to today, the basics of housekeeping would always remain the same. So if your basics are clear, your basic levels of hygiene, cleanliness, food presentation, food first from the eyes, then from your nostril, from the aroma, and then is the tongue. That really tells you the taste. So keeping those basics in place would definitely take you the right path. So those are my little takeaways for hoteliers here. And yes, I've shared quite a few of the secrets, so not to worry.
So, sir, as we are at the end of the seminar, and it was a really great conversation with you, and I will meet you again. I will disturb you someday because I need to learn a lot of things from you. And at the end, sir, I will say that you are marvelous. Like we all should learn a lot of things from you. So I will now give all the participants here to share their questions if they will be having any questions in their mind, so they can ask. So. All the participants and all the hoteliers, the chat bot is now open, so you can ask. Or also the Prabhu Datta, sir, you can also ask. Okay, I think.
So go ahead, friends. Shoot all your questions to Asif and to me.
Sir, how to tie up with corporate clients? Nishant Datta had asked this question. How to tie up with corporate clients?
Nishant, say if you are aiming for a corporate, be it a PSU or a government body or maybe completely a corporate, you will have to first make sure that you know the right approach. You should know that if EIH, Engineers India Limited, EIL is headquartered at Delhi, you will have to go at the right place and meet the right people. And it is not all that difficult. Like our sales team is paid to approach them. They also have an equally receptive team who are out there to meet more and more because their targets are also same. Your targets are to reach clients, their targets are to tie up with as many hotels possible. So I think reaching out to the right booker is very important. And it is no rocket science. You can get onto the company's page, see who is into their admin licensing and this hotel booking travel desk, and maybe go and meet them, connect with them directly. Do not use any middleman. Do not use anybody else.
So the next question is from HotelHacks. Sir, how to manage the payment delays from the corporate clients?
Payment delays are of two types. A, payment delays caused by the corporate and caused normally by us also on a lot of occasions. By us means if you're not tagging in the right GST numbers and all, obviously they will not clear your payments. So we need to make sure that all this set of questions, you can have a little blue book made that, okay, when a corporate comes to me, if it's a function of 10 lakhs, I'll have a credit approval form on which we'll make them sign. We will have the specific dates. There may be still some delays, but you'll be able to surpass a lot of these delays by doing this little exercise. And it is a one-time exercise. You make that, I used to love calling it the CAF form, the credit approval form. So once you have the credit approval form, you'll have the GST number. You will also know who is the booker, what is the next level of escalation. So maybe getting all those details in place and then with the right GST tagging and everything and the BTC letters and authorizations, bill to company letters and authorization received from them. If you send it all in one go, your payments do get cleared. That's for sure.
So sir, the next question is from Hotel Kings. This is the last question, I think. Sir, you are also having a next other meetings. So the next two questions, sir, I think the last minute questions. Hotel Kings, sir, can I get good number of bookings from my hotel website?
Industry average pegs in India, especially industry average pegs it at about 4 to 6%. Some hotels have seen them do 8 to 10 also, which are doing very well. I don't know, but Bhutanjini being a tech company can also answer this question. But industry averages are about 4 to 6% and maybe going up to 8 to 10% on the higher side. So that is the industry average. And you can get business from your own website. But what is it that you get extra from your own website? That little 15% commission that you pay to your OTA. So again, like what I said in my previous statements, that don't look at the entire pie and being greedy. Maybe share it a little with others and eat the rest of the pie for yourself. But yes, managing your own website is a big task. Please take all the efforts to get your commas and your grammatical errors and everything else tied up in place. I think that is what will matter and take you in the long run. I think definitely the business will grow. I have seen it grow from a 1.2%, 0.8% going up right till about 4-5% in my previous organization. And this organization also, we have revamped the website. You guys are more than welcome. All of you are more than welcome to go to our website, mayfairhotels.com, and check out. We have just done a new website. We'll be happy to address any suggestions if you have on that as well.
So also, if you are Aladdin, then you can find a genie.
Sure, why not? A genie is always
The
around.
next question is the next and the last question is from Nishan Datta. The question is, hello sir, how to find sales manager from different city if our hotel is in another state?
Okay, not so difficult. Again, the power of social media would play in here. You can use your social media handles like your LinkedIn's and your FBs and others to post vacancies. We get a lot of recruitment done from there. The second age-old way of doing it is through the headhunters or the placement coordinators. You have placement coordinators all over the country today. You can find a good one and maybe approach him. They will charge you a fee for that. But then they give you a guarantee also that the person will be with you for 6 months, and if he leaves, they will find you another one. And last but not the least, you can always use the services of various portals like your Naukri.com and the rest of them which exist, and it's their job to probably get you people. So one little ad put up there and you will have enough numbers coming into you. Obviously, you'll have to filter that information because a lot of people who are not from the industry and just because they are looking out for a job tend to apply. You'll have to do a little filter, but then you will get the numbers that you want. So not such a difficult thing to do.
Sir, actually, I just noticed hotelier Prabhu Datta Barik is raising his hand from beginning of our session, but I think he is not unable to unmute. So, sir, can you please text me your question, because I think you are eagerly asking the question from the beginning of the session. Because we are also running short of the time. So,
If Mr. Prabhu Datta has been raising hand right from the start of the session, I'll be happy to give him wait for a couple of seconds and maybe see if he can get back his audio.
Yeah. So also, sir, I want to introduce my CEO, Mr. Subhashish Mishra. He is also on the Google Meet. So he was the person who introduced me to, he introduced you, like he's a very giant of hotel industry, and it's you are going to meet him, so you will get to know a lot of things and learn a lot of things. So sir is also on the Google Meet, sir.
Lovely. It will be good to meet him, Mr. Subhashish Mishra, right?
Yeah. Subhashish Mishra. And he is also from Odisha itself. And our founder of Booking Genie is from Odisha itself. So currently we are just working. So I think it's he is also unable to unmute. So let me just. So Prabhu Datta.
Maybe your team can help them unmute.
Yeah. Sir, I think Prabhu Datta is unable to unmute the mic, so we will take one question from the list because, and then we will just give it a day. So the next question is Tarun Pandey. Can you give a brief guide on leasing properties?
See, Mr. Pandey, that's an interesting thing. Leasing definitely is a risky game. But having said that, if you get the right partner, the right product, it can make money for you also. A lot of people start off with leasing a couple of properties and then getting into the management route and then moving forward. But you have to be very, very careful of what you are leasing, which city you are leasing, and what is the price point that you are looking at. You also have to keep in mind the inflation index that is bound to hit you, because leasing is not for 6 months or 2 months something. Leasing is a longer horizon. You'll have to have a horizon of at least about 7 years, if not 10, at least 5 to 7 years. That's the minimum period you should look for. Because at times leasing comes with some investments also. So a lot of properties are available on lease if you would want, but at the right price and the right product, I think that is something that you need to watch out for. And do keep in mind that you are not overcommitting yourself, because it will the nature will take its course, and the properties will get run down, and you'll have to reinvest in keeping them abreast. I think all those things need to be taken care of. So, Mr. Pandey, best wishes with your leading.
So, sir, with this, I just want to request Mr. Simasis Mishra, our CEO, the most, we used to call him the young and the most interesting person on our office, and the most energetic person who transfer his energy to us. So he will be now talking with you.
First, take care. Thank you. So thank you so much, sir, for this wonderful insight. Like Asif, it was a great hosting this podcast today. Mr. Puri, from my bottom of my heart and my huge gratitude to you. Though you will not remember, but I'm sure we have met a couple of times in Delhi in Hotelier Award functions with Kapil Chopra, and many a times with Mr. Keshwani also from Lemon Tree. Those were our early advisors when we were just bootstrapping our company way back in 2018. I think those are the time we have met, and we are so lucky that you are in the country, the state of Jagannath today, and with one of our most pioneer hotel that the Eastern India has ever seen. That's Mayfair Group of Hotel.
Thank you.
We are delighted to have you in our show, and hope that this some 75 people I saw were watching this podcast, and it will as well. And I'm sure many people will benefit from your questions, and I'm sure one day we will definitely come and visit you, and look forward for more insights from you. We at Booking Genie actually are working, every technology code that we write is straight from the hotelier owner or hotelier stakeholder of a hotel. Their voice of the hotelier's code gets into our codes. So all the challenges that the hotelier faces today in terms of anything inside the hotel premises, may it be a selling challenge, may it be a marketing challenge, or may it be managing the property challenge, we are solving that every day, every minute. Our engineering team is solving that. With the advent of AI, which is everywhere now, so we are also adapting AI at the maximum, wherein at today, every booking coming through our system tells you predicts the cancellation, the probability of cancellation of that booking. Imagine it will be a powerful tool in the hands of hotel, where that this many percentage of cancellation are going to happen with me. So I would not take much of my time, and I'll really thank you for coming here in our virtual platform with your all wonderful insights. Thanks to all the hotel owners and all the people, young people, those who are watching this video, this podcast. Thanks, Asif, for taking it very well. So thank you so much.
Thank you for joining, and thank you everyone for joining. And we will be meeting soon on the next podcast. And thank you, Rishabh sir, again. Jai Jagannath sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. It was a pleasure being with you all. Thank you. Stay blessed. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.